We're going to start off this episode with a quick shout out to Tobias. Thank you so much for your continued support. If you want a shout out on the podcast, check us out on Patreon. Patreon.com/teaisgood, books are better. Now on to the episode. Hello and welcome to Tea is Good, Books Are Better, the podcast where we drink tea and talk about
books.
Whoa, alright.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Raven. Yeah, we didn't even introduce ourselves in the last one.
Oh, well,
my
started
goodness.
with the Star Wars tangent, so.
Yeah.
This is confusing for me as it was for you.
Yeah, at one point you're like, are we recording?
I was fucking shocked, man.
Okay, I wanted to ask you something.
Uh-huh.
Because we don't really have a lot of do you have any updates first for this week?
Small ones.
Okay. So,
Small ones.
tell me about that.
Okay, well, Johnny and I bought basketball.
Okay.
We've been going 2 houses down to the elementary school and shoot some hoops,
Oh, cool.
which is pretty fun.
Nice. Have you been
I
good at it?
I don't like sports. I've never liked sports.
Yeah.
So doing it, I'm shocked to find that it's fun. I'm not good at it, but Johnny's been giving me good pointers, and I'm getting the ball in the hoop. Tell me how to dribble properly. Didn't even know it was a proper way to dribble.
Yeah.
Frick, I'm not a sporty person.
Me
I
neither.
spent my whole childhood just terrified of getting hit by balls. So I wouldn't participate in any games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I don't like that type of competition.
Me neither. I don't know. I don't really find... I'm not a competitive person. That way.
Yeah, I feel like I am in the way where, like, if I am playing a game or, like, doing something, I have to win just because I'm a really sore loser.
Yeah.
So that's probably where my competitive nature is, but I mostly just avoid those types of things. I don't know. That type of competition does not appeal to me.
No, it doesn't.
I prefer, like, even in video games, like, I don't like playing games where you're competing against one other person, like fighting games.
Yeah.
Not a big fan. I prefer games where you work together on something.
That's more fun, yeah. I like teamwork.
Yeah. Anyway, what else you got?
Well, for the last couple of weeks, I've been listening to The Weeknd's After Hours a lot.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I like the album.
My boy.
It is good.
It is
I like
good.
it.
What's your favorite song?
I like, Save Your Tears.
Oh, okay.
It's, how do I say it? Like, I want to say clear, but that doesn't seem right.
I'm not sure what you mean when you say
I
clear.
know, right? Like, I can't... I just like how, like, the lyrics...
Like the message?
Not, like, easy? No.
Like to listen to or to understand?
Both?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how to say, but I like that one.
I see.
I find I like Heartless a lot better now. I used to like Blinding Lights the best
Yeah.
of the first 3 that came out, but now I like Heartless better than the other 2.
Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe it's like more like rebellious from the whole message of like trying to be better and stuff, and then he's all like, "Fuck that, I'm gonna be Heartless again."
I think it's so cool how each one of his albums kind of defines a period of his life.
Yeah.
There is his first 3 albums were House of Balloons, Thursday, and Echoes of Silence, and those were all very depressing. They were very sad,
Yeah.
and so he combined them into
Really
a trilogy.
good songs in there.
Really
Like
good.
Exile, The Host, and Initiation. Fuck.
Yeah. So good.
Mm-hmm.
Wicked
I like
Games is the song that made me fall in love with him.
that. That's a good song.
Yeah. I think it was his first song to ever end up on the radio too.
Ooh. Back before like he was even making money.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. These were all songs that he just published on YouTube a
Mm-hmm.
really long time, like back in 2011. Or whenever it was. But yeah, so those became the trilogy album because they put them all together when he got signed. And then there was what came next? Kissland?
Yeah, Kissland.
Kissland came next, and that was kind of about his journey into fame. He had just started traveling, he was like seeing the world, and so it was like all very inspired by Japan because he fell in love with Japan.
Yeah.
So that was like his journey into fame. And then what was the next album? Beauty Behind the Madness?
Behind the Madness.
Yes. That was like him kind of coming into the fame and becoming like kind of comfortable with it, but at the same time being uncomfortable with how comfortable he was with it.
Yeah. That's a good way to describe it.
Yeah. So a lot of conflicting feelings in there. And then there was Starboy. Is that the next one?
Starboy. Yeah, Starboy.
That was like the hell yeah, I'm famous album and I'm gonna sell out.
Mainstream music.
That was the sellout album. But
It was so great.
I love the way he sells out because he calls himself out on selling out.
He does. I loved it.
Yeah.
It's still good music too.
Yeah, it's fucking Starboy, that song is bomb.
Yeah, they all are.
And then the newest one, After Hours.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you've been listening to it a lot. What would you say the main theme of this one is?
Dealing with a frickin' being single again, I guess, and sobriety. He mentions in the song that he's been sober, and I'm just like, damn, good for you.
Yeah.
Like he clearly still has issues,
Mm-hmm.
but like not doing so much blow all the time probably helps.
I don't know if he's single. I think he's actually still seeing Bella Hadid.
Oh, well, there's a lot of breakup tension songs that he has in there.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe he is, I don't know what that's about, but I don't know. But the sobriety, like being a better person.
Yeah.
Is what from that.
I think you're onto something for sure. It's like, yeah, he's kind of becoming this new person and he's seeing that. But I also get the sense that he misses his old life too, like back before all the fame.
I noticed also with depression, like pulling yourself out is really hard because you get used to it.
Yeah, it becomes a comfortable place.
Yeah, it's comfortable. And to pull out of that comfort zone is, like hard and sometimes like frightening. And I think that's a lot of that can be in this album.
I think that is so true, and it's something that I've kind of been dealing with myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially lately. Yeah, it's like when you are depressed. Yeah, you kind of fall into this pit where it's like it's all self-hate and nothing matters and
Especially if it's a part of you for so long.
yeah.
To break up that.
And everything is so pointless and then when you like see the light at the end of the tunnel, you're like, why would I even go to it
Yeah.
at this point?
Like, is it worth it? What's the point?
Yeah. So when people like Keemstar say, just don't be depressed, just be happy, even if you could just be happy, even if you could just snap a finger or flip a switch and be happy, there's other parts of you that like are holding you back from doing that. Like even if you had the switch right next to you, there is a part of you deep down that's like doesn't want to flip it.
Maybe like some of you likes being this way. A small part that doesn't remember what it's like to be out.
Yeah.
Remember it being a big part of my identity and having to just squish that out was like losing a little piece of myself. But I'm kind of glad for that.
Yeah.
Now that I'm out, but when that was happening, it was hard.
Yeah. Gabby Hanna came out with a new EP. I don't know if you know her. I've shown you a couple of her songs, but she used to be a Viner. Now she's a YouTuber, but she's also making music.
Okay. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but one of her songs, actually maybe this was in her last EP and not in the newest one. Either way, in one of her songs, she sings about liking being sad sometimes.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, like that is so real.
It is.
But yeah, I totally get what you mean about it becoming part of your identity. And then like it does kind of feel like cutting off a limb or something when you like are pulling yourself out of it.
Choose to be different. It is really hard. You gotta change like lots of parts, and it is. I like that about the Weeknd's music though.
Yeah.
Anything that like makes me stop and think, and I'm like, damn, I get that. I like that.
I love music like that makes you think, and it's like it's so raw and so honest.
Yeah. Like to me that's artist.
Yes.
If you can really like put your emotion out like that.
Yeah.
And make other people feel.
For sure. That's why I love him and 21 Pilots. They do the same thing too, but they're a lot more, I would say, they're very poetic.
I like
wait, before you say anything, I'm not trying to say The Weeknd is not poetic. Cuz he's very he's a great lyricist.
Oh man, yes. It blows me away. That's how why also like that Save Your Tears. Like the lyrics come so easily. I like the rhymes.
Yeah, he
so nice the way it sounds.
He's so good with wordplay too. Like he'll say one thing and it'll have like 10 different meanings.
Right. I'm always impressed when I listen to his music.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, what were you gonna say when I interrupted?
Blurry Face.
Sorry, which one? Oh, Blurry Face.
All the songs that like kind of like talk about it. Well, I forget what the song is called, where he says like he has two faces. Blurry is the one I'm not. I really like a lot of those Blurry Face songs.
Stressed Out was, I think, the first song of theirs that I like, and it was very much like a hit song that people like listened to and they like jammed to, and it was on the radio a lot, and it was definitely overplayed and blah 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 blah. But
it's a good song.
I listened to it a couple times, and I like was really listening to the lyrics, and I was like, there is something special about this song.
Like he's singing about something personal, like issues. Oh
yeah.
What's that one with the car and the radio?
Car radio.
Yeah, I like that one. Like that is a relatable.
Yeah.
Big time at work. I need to plug myself in because my job is so like same thing over and over that my thoughts will go to places that I do not want them going to.
Dude, yes. Bring me down. That was me during the entirety of quarantine before, like when I got laid off. I was stuck in my own head, and it put my mental health in the trash.
Oh my god, I bet.
And now that I'm back to work, obviously I have like the stress now of having to work with the general public, and that's just like it's not fun sometimes. But it has done wonders for my mental health, not having to be stuck with my own thoughts all the time. And maybe this is like the type of thing where I should be going to therapy, because if I can't be stuck with my own thoughts, it seems like that's an issue.
Right?
But yeah, it's just very real, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
The car radio thing, for sure. Every time I'm doing anything, like making my lunch or putting on my makeup or even brushing my teeth and getting ready for bed, I always have to like put on a podcast or something. Like I can't just listen to silence.
Yeah, same. I like to like blast music in my ears, like high blast. Like I've been doing this since forever, you know?
I know.
And it's really to block out thoughts.
Yeah.
To deafen them. That's what I like to do.
Oof, man. We have issues.
Yeah.
Hopefully some people will be able to relate.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I'm glad you brought that up.
Tangent about music, because music is my favorite form of art.
That's beautiful. It's very, what is it that people say? That, music transcends all language.
Yeah.
And it's true.
Sure is.
Yeah.
Well done.
Anyway, before you gave these updates, I was going to ask you about, because I was like, we're all quarantined. We're not, like, doing
Right.
anything. We're not seeing
Put more
people. We're
effort.
not going out. And I'm sure people who listen have been noticing in the past few episodes, we've been struggling to come up with updates. So what I was gonna do was ask you about like a topic instead of trying to do a weekly
Ooh.
update type of thing.
Nice. I
Yeah, so I could do that now, or we could save it for the next one. We're
What do you
17
think?
minutes
We don't
in
want
right now.
Do you think we have time?
Um,
I don't think my chapters are as fat. They're not.
okay,
No, they're not. I have short. They're
short chapters. Okay, so why don't we do that then? So I was gonna ask you about dreams because Bran has been having all these interesting dreams with like we've been trying to decipher their meanings and blah blah blah. So I wanted to ask you about dreams. Do you dream a lot?
No.
Interesting.
I block them out. I hate my dreams. They're all disturbing as fuck. I don't like them.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What kind of dreams are you having that are so disturbing?
Like I don't think they're like scary or nightmarish. They just disturb me. Like dreams of going to work, and I don't like dreaming about going to work.
Oh,
I'm not at
dude.
work now.
When you start dreaming about work, you know you are stressed.
And it's not. It's just an average day at work, and maybe someone says something to me, and I don't like it, and that's my dream. Or I'll have a dream where I'm not me, and I'm somewhere else in like some fantastical land. Still don't like it.
Oh.
Because I usually have like a mission or something, and like it gets really complex, and it's like feels like forever, like a forever dream, like takes like a long time. Then when I wake up, I'm like, fuck that. I just want to sleep.
I've been having a lot of, well, maybe not a lot, but I've been having nightmares about Mike lately.
Oh man.
And Mike is my ex, if that's not clear. Yeah, like, I think it's because I'm kind of coming to terms with where things are at right now. So
And then when something big happens, it's, ugh.
But yeah, like you said, pulling yourself out of depression, like that is a frightening thing. So I think that is what is kind of becoming
Oh, so you think
my
it's
nightmares?
a feeling?
I think it's me getting to the acceptance point of grief.
Like when you have a flu and your fever breaks and you start like hallucinating and it gets a lot worse and then it breaks.
Yeah, that's a good analogy. But yeah, so I think it's that exact thing. Like I'm kind of reaching that acceptance point, and what you said, pulling yourself out of depression, that can be frightening. And yeah, and I think that is kind of it's manifesting itself in these nightmares. 'Cause all these nightmares have been me becoming friends with him again.
Oh.
And him being open about his new love life.
Ooh. Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, so like not quite ready for that. But I guess that comes with the acceptance,
Yeah,
is
that
that
you're going to still be friends, that this is
people are
we'll see.
We're both going to move on, and yeah, it's kind of crazy. But anyway, I have this thing when I dream, which I wonder if I'm the only person who has this.
Okay.
But when I dream and something is happening, in my dream, I'm often acting.
Acting?
Yeah, like, say I'm like running from a monster in my dream or something. In my dream,
Okay.
I'll be acting that as if it's a movie.
Oh, sometimes. When I was younger, like a teen, I would it would be like that a little bit. Like I feel like I was acting, and I'd like sometimes the acting wouldn't work so much, and I'd be like telling the person I'm doing this, so you gotta do this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always wondered if I'm like the only person who has that.
I wonder.
Because I feel like
Do you
people
remember?
never talk about them acting out
Dream?
their
No.
nightmares or their weird
I think
dreams.
people only talk about like craziest dreams, and I don't think those ones are like the acting.
Yeah.
Do
But
you remember
even
the dream that we shared?
yes, I do want to talk about that in a second.
I
Um, but even in like super intense, crazy dreams that I have, it's not always, but a lot of the time I'm still acting in it. Like even if I get shot by someone in my dream and I'm on the ground dying, I'm like acting out my pain. Isn't that
That's funny.
bizarre?
That is. Do you feel pain in dreams? Like,
No.
have you physically hurt? I have.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting. I've had
No,
like I've felt other things. Like I had a dream once where I got a call that Eric was dead
oof.
and I woke up crying.
Oh.
Like actual tears like all over my face and on my pillow.
Aw.
Yeah. But interesting. You felt actual pain in your dreams.
Yeah. Actual pain. I remember having a dream of a spider on me, and it bit me, and it freaking hurt.
Oh.
Like shooting pain all up my hand and my arm. And like I don't remember other dreams.
But
Like
when you
specifically.
woke up it was nothing. There was no pain.
Yeah. Yeah. It
Oh.
was nothing.
Cuz I can imagine if you
And I would look at
have
the hand like, what if a bug actually did bite me?
that's what I was gonna say. I could
Yeah.
imagine if you have actual pain in real life,
Hmm.
that could translate into your dreams. But wow, if you're actually just having pain in your dreams and then it's not in real
Yeah.
life, that's interesting.
Pretty sure my it's just my brain recalling the sensation and putting it in my dream because like in my dreams I can also like orgasm.
Oh, I've woken up mid orgasm before.
In my dreams, it's just in my dream. I wake up and I'm like, did I actually have one, or was it just like a memory that my brain just gave me?
No, yeah, I've had actual orgasms from my dreams. I
Hell,
have woken up mid orgasm and I'd be like, what the fuck?
nice.
No, sometimes it's really weird.
Yeah, that sounds weird.
But, like, I mean, I'll have like a weirdly fucked up dream
Uh huh.
that's like not right.
Uh huh. Sounds like all my dreams.
But like not right in a Game of Thrones kind of way.
Ew. Oh.
Yeah, and then
Ooh.
I'll wake up mid orgasm and be like, oh no.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no. Oh no.
You know what? In my teens, I would have dreams like that, and that was the start of my hatred for dreams.
Oh. Yeah, I think I'm just like, you have to tell yourself that dreams don't mean anything.
No, it's just my brain taking everything of the day and sorting it out, and then I get this fucked up image.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
It's like, this is trash. Let's get rid of that.
But
And then you dream
sometimes
about it.
I think dreams might have something there. A little something.
Oh, are you thinking of a specific one?
Well, like, shared dreams, what the fuck is that?
Okay, yeah, let's get into that. So, did we have this dream the same night or
No, I feel like it was like years apart.
okay,
When I had mine, it was
it was earlier than mine, right?
yeah, it was.
And you had never told me about this dream.
I haven't told anyone about the dream because it was just another dream for me.
Do you remember how this conversation went and how we figured it out? Because I remember it definitely happened, but I don't
I
remember
think
how.
you showed me the drawing you did of it, and then you explained that it was a dream, and you told me the dream, and I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that might have been it.
It was.
Okay.
You drew a picture of it.
I did. I made a print in art class. So the print was of me running away from a skeleton, climbing a ladder that was leaning against a tree. So it's very specific. It's not like a generic dream. It's running away from a skeleton in a graveyard and climbing up a ladder that was leaning on a tree.
I don't remember a lot of my dreams, but there were some that are seared in my memory, and this was one of the dreams.
Yeah.
I remember specifically, I think, yeah, I was with Eric in my dream. Were you by yourself?
You know what? I think I was with Eric too.
Oh, fuck, man. Yeah, I was with Eric, and I was in, like,
Oh my god, I was with Eric.
Yeah, I think...
Holy shit!
I don't know how to
What?
describe it. It was like some sort of, like, abandoned train yard. And we're walking down, and suddenly we get chased by freaking skeletons. And we're running, and then suddenly I see a ladder sitting against one of the buildings. And I'm like, Eric, we have to climb this. It'll get us out of this dream. Because I immediately became lucid right there. Once I saw the ladder, I knew it was in a dream, and that was how to get out. And I was like, Eric, we gotta get up there. And yes, we did. We climbed, and I woke up.
Wow.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And then
So-
same dream.
Mine was in a graveyard, though, I think. And the ladder was leaning against a tree, not a building. But basically the exact same thing. We were running from a skeleton, and it was like, yeah, we need to climb that ladder to get out.
As soon as you see it, you become lucid.
Yeah. Damn.
Like, that symbolism, that's fun. Like, what does that mean?
Exactly. And how do we have almost the exact same dream several years apart? How does that happen?
Right? It's so bizarre.
So weird.
Have you had shared dreams with anyone else?
I don't think so. I mean, I've had some common dream, like a common dream that people have is like their teeth falling out, and I get that one a lot.
I hate that one.
My
Ugh.
teeth will be crumbling in my mouth, but that is like a super common thing. I've never had anything as specific as the one we shared, that I shared with someone else. No way.
Have you ever connected to someone in your dream? Like, merged dreams? To connect?
No.
I had that with Johnny.
Wait, tell me about that.
So, like, thing was back in Abbotsford. I was sleeping. I was having a weird random dream that I was in a mall,
Okay.
hunting down Catherine's boyfriend, and in my dream she was another jerk, and I was going to kill him, and he was in that mall, and I was going to kill him.
Ah, the good old days.
She was with Kevin during this time, but like my dream was just falling back to when she would date jerks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then suddenly I'm back in my room. My dream is at the corner, like I can get right back into it whenever I want. But Johnny's talking to me. He's like, help me, I need your help. And I'm just like, I'm busy. I have to kill this guy first.
Wait,
Okay?
wait. Was he saying that in real life?
No, it was a dream because I was still sleeping. And
What?
but it was in the room. Like my eyes were closed, but I knew it was in the room. So I go back into my dream because I'm busy killing this guy. And then I wake up pretty soon afterwards, and Johnny wakes up, and he's freaking scared as fuck because he had another night terror. And then he tells me later, like what happened in his dream. In his dream, he wakes up in our room. He hears something at the window, and he looks, and there's someone peering in. And then they walk away. They go to our porch, and he can hear him open the porch door.
Oh my god.
And he starts shaking me awake, like, wake up, Jessica, I need your help, there's someone coming in. And I told him, no, I'm busy. in his dream. And then he gets up and to inspect, and I think it grabs him or something. Something grabs him in the dark. And he
Ooh!
wakes up.
Oh no. Oh, that is so
So-
weird.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He has really bizarre night terrors.
Whoa. I've
Like,
had,
one of them like really scared me when he told me.
oh yeah, they sound horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
I've thankfully never had a night terror.
Me
Um,
neither.
I have had a dream within a dream before.
Ooh.
Yep. I was having this weird dream. I don't remember what it was, but it was like a weird trippy one. And then I woke up and I was in my bed and I got up and I went and I looked in the mirror. But then I realized I was in the mirror looking out at like myself. And then I
More
was like,
trick.
wait, I'm still asleep.
Holy fuck.
And then I woke up for real. So
I
that was,
think as a kid I would have dreams like that, but it was only on Christmas Eve and in my excitement to get up for Christmas.
aw,
So I would have dreams of getting up for Christmas.
that is so cute.
Yeah.
Um, I've never had a night terror, but I have once woken up to a panic attack.
Oh fuck.
Have I told you
What?
about that?
I don't think so.
It was the only panic attack I've ever had in my life,
Horrible.
and I don't know why it happened, but if you've never had a panic attack, it is the worst experience I've ever experienced in my life.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
I actually thought I was gonna die.
Yep.
So it was basically like I couldn't I couldn't get enough breath, but I was breathing too fast at the same time. And
Ew.
I could feel my heart racing and like I like felt like I was outside of my body or something.
Oh yeah.
And I remember feeling like I had to do something, like I had to run. I remember feeling like I
Ooh.
had to run. So I got out of bed and I went out into the living room and I was about to go outside in my bare feet in my like my shorts, like my pajamas,
Yeah.
and like go run in the street at night. I was about to go do that and then I had like this little voice that was like, "Don't. Like do not do that." So I had to literally pin myself to the ground. Like I had to like lie down on my arm and like clamp another arm like over my hair or something to like keep myself from moving. And it was
Mhm.
just I don't even know how to describe it because it was so awful. I thought I was gonna
Yeah.
die. I thought that
Full
was
fight
it.
or flight mode.
Yeah, and mom was in the room right there, and I could have gone to her and asked for help, and I thought about it, but I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna die, I don't want to bother her.
Oh.
It was like that weird moment where, you know how animals sometimes sneak away from the pack to like die?
Yeah.
It was kind of
Aw.
like that. I was like, I'm not gonna bother her with my death.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, that was a nice long chat about dreams. Was there any
Can I
last
tell
things you
you
wanna?
Johnny's dream that scared the fuck out of me?
Yeah,
Really creeped me out.
yeah.
He wakes up. It's here, where I live right now.
Okay.
He wakes up middle of the night, and he sees a light from coming up under the door. So he thinks that I left the lights on in the living room. He gets up
Okay.
to turn them off, and there's no lights on, but there's a blinding bright light coming in from the kitchen window.
Oh no,
Right above
aliens.
the sink. Yup. So he's staring at it in confusion. He walks forward when someone grabs him like on the shoulder and says in my voice, it's okay. Go back to bed."
Ew.
And then he wakes up in the morning.
Oh no.
That's
Oh no.
from like stories, like apparently true stories I've heard of abductions. This is something that happens. Like they take the form of someone that comforts you and they tell you to go back. Calm
Bruh.
down.
Maybe he
Everything's
actually got abducted.
Yeah. That's what freaks me out because he's been having alien dreams for a very long time. Very long time of abductions and stuff. So that freaks me
Oh
out.
wow. Oh, that is trippy.
That's very trippy. He has messed up night terrors.
That's the kind of thing that could be made into like one of those short bite-sized horror films.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Um I I saw one recently called The Bells, I think.
Oh, that sounds creepy.
Yeah, and it was basically like this guy on the phone with his sister or something trying to figure out like their mother's funeral arrangements or something.
Mhm.
And then he just starts hearing bells.
Oh.
And so he turns to like his wife or something, and basically like no one can hear it except him. And
Mhm.
then a monster comes for him. um and then it ends with like you're at his sister's place now. And then she's just like doing the dishes while her kid is at the table. And then we hear the bells again. And she's like looking out the window. And then you're like, oh God, she's next. But then the kid is like, Mom, do you hear that?
Oh. Oh
And
my
she's like,
God.
what, honey? And it ends.
Oh. Twist. No.
Yeah.
Man. These are short horror things you see on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually browse those.
I've been watching YouTubers react to them because I need that extra barrier.
You're
Because
funny.
my imagination is so huge that I will have nightmares.
Yo, you should listen. Have you started listening to the No Sleep podcast? So good.
No, I can't do it.
It's not that scary. They're good. They have twists and stuff. The acting is good.
All right, well,
It's good.
probably one day. I listen to like basically only comedy podcasts right now.
Mm. And like, as as a writer, because these are like stories that people like submit that are good enough to go on their podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they're not professional stories. They're like, I guess some of them are people who have been paid to write stories, but
Right, right.
yeah, but
I think it would
so
be so fun to make like one of those short horror films.
yeah, that actually seems pretty fun.
So fun. There was actually this other really interesting one I saw that was like a one of those found footage ones. So super easy to make, firstly.
Ooh, yeah,
And it was
yeah.
like these kids driving to this remote location and they drive past this sign. And they're like, oh, interesting. We're in this new place. And then they keep driving. They're just like joking around. And then eventually they pass by another sign, but it's the same sign.
No,
Yeah. And it's like, it's a trip.
I've read like Reddit tales. What is it called? Breaking the Matrix or something like that.
Oh.
That have things like that, and they're true apparently, and it's fucked. Like some things
Ooh.
that people experience. It's scary.
That's fascinating.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, we should really get into it.
Yeah, because this tangent went off the rails.
Yeah, just a tad. We're 40 minutes in.
What?
Yeah. All right. Let's do this, finally. All right, so chapter 43 is John. Wait.
Give me the what happened last week.
Wait, what are we drinking today, Jess? Same thing as last time. Raspberry sour beer. You?
I'm drinking a nude.
Nice. All right. Where do we leave off our characters?
The Carthene Fiorborians refuse to help Danny, so she decides to visit Piat Pri. Or she sends Jorah to visit Piat Pri. I guess.
Decides to send Jorah.
Someone's visiting Piat Pri.
I mean, she hasn't done it, but she's decided to send Jorah.
Decided, yeah. Someone's gonna.
Yep.
Okay. Tyrion's family are attacked by the starving people of King's Landing, and many die. Bronn almost suggests that Tommen should be king.
Mm-hmm.
He does suggest it with some little hint, wink, wink. Maybe we should kill Joffrey? Sir Courtney refuses Stannis' offer, so Stannis orders Davos to smuggle Melisandre under Storm's End, who then gives birth to a shadow in the form of Stannis.
Ooh.
Alright, chop to Jon now.
Chapter 43 is John.
A horn blast wakes up Jon and the other brothers. Everyone waits in anticipation for a second blast, but there isn't one, so that means, brothers of the Night's Watch.
So
One
2
blast.
blasts means wildlings.
2 blasts is a wildling, 3 is the others. Yeah.
Ah, interesting.
So that means Corin Half-Hand is finally here.
Finally here.
When they come into view, John knows Half-Hand right away. His half-hand only has the thumb and forefinger remaining. Apparently he lost the other 3 fingers by catching a wildling axe that was headed for his face.
Damn, that's a boss move.
It's ouch. John hails him and says that he must see the Lord Commander at once. Corin knows who John is and asks where his dire wolf is. And Ghost is out hunting. Corin and Mormont meet in Mormont's tent while John waits outside for their food to cook. John remembers overhearing Chet making threats about the commander and how he chose not to say anything because they're probably just scared. So, like, there's a lot of, like, treasonous, I guess, talk.
Yeah, are
amongst the brothers?
Are they considering a mutiny of sorts, or are they just considering deserting?
I think a little bit of both. Some are saying that, some are saying this.
I see.
For now, it's just talk, and John has overheard it, and instead of, like, ratting them out, he's like, they're probably just scared. This is how they're dealing with it. Which is true. People do say dumb things when they're scared.
Yeah, that's for sure.
We learn that John had made some of the dragon glass blades into daggers and gave the horn to Sam. He also passed out the arrowheads and stuff to his friends.
Yeah.
Food is done, and John takes them into the tent. Corin is telling Mormont about how the wildling army consists of mammoths and wargs. Corin says that Winterfell is their best hope and that they must ask help from the Starks. Corin also says that the wildlings plan on breaking the wall with sorcery, possibly.
Whoa, what the fuck?
How else are you going to break down that wall?
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And Corin says that he needs men. I think this is what's going on. I think he says that he needs men to distract the wildlings while everyone else heads back to the wall and like prepare for the battle, like send out word to the lords and shit and asking for help because wildlings are coming, and there's a lot of them.
Okay, so I thought he mentions some kind of hidden power that the wildlings would have to use.
Yeah.
And obviously Mormont is like, what kind of hidden power are you talking about? And then he wants to go searching for it, like he wanted.
Oh, okay.
But I could be wrong too. I found it kind of confusing.
I reread some of the chapter and I was like, what? What?
So we don't know if they're going to go distract the wildlings or if they're going searching for whatever hidden power.
Maybe a bit of both.
Maybe both.
Yeah.
We'll find out, I guess.
And I feel like this has kind of made it sound like that it was probably a suicide mission. Like they're not coming back.
Ooh.
They kind of made it sound like that. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. But Mormont doesn't like it, but he relents and he asks Corin to choose his men. Corin looks at John and is like, him. Mormont protests that John is still a boy, but Corin insists. Mormont then asks John what he wants, and John wants to go.
Of course.
So Mormont agrees, and Corin and John leave the tent. Corin tells John that they leave at noon. And that is that chapter.
So John's going off with Corin? Is that what it is?
Yeah, Corin Half-Hand.
Corin Half-Hand.
His band of merry men. Finally some action in the John chapters.
Yeah, it's been a lot of just trudging through snow. The last most interesting thing that happened was, what's his face?
Yeah, that wildling guy.
Yeah, with the one who sleeps with his daughters.
The gross one.
Yeah.
Craster.
Yeah, and meeting Gilly.
Yeah, that's the most exciting thing that happened.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad that you were also confused by what they're actually doing, because I was like, huh?
These chapters are confusing.
Because George doesn't, like, state things directly. You have to, like, figure it out.
Between the lines.
Exactly.
What's this person saying?
Yeah. He puts, there are people who don't put enough trust in their readers and they spell everything out and it's like too much. But other people put too much trust in their readers. And George would be one of them.
I actually prefer that to people who explain shit out.
Oh, me too.
Reminds me of anime with filler episodes. Like that.
Yeah, when like someone's powering up or something for like 3 episodes, and the whole time their enemy is like, wow, this power must come from X, Y, and Z. Look what it's doing to his X, Y, and Z. This could be disastrous for X, Y, and Z.
God, this man's even Naruto big time. Just so much explaining. Yeah. I don't need to be explained.
Yeah. Just show, don't tell. The number 1 rule of writing.
Please.
Yeah.
God.
Yep.
Ready for some more Tyrians?
Yeah, chapter 44. Tyrion.
Alright, so Lancel tells Tyrion about Cersei's plans to send Prince Tommen to Rosby, which is a town, I think?
Rosby.
And she wants to send Prince Tommen to keep him safe from
the psychos of King's Landing?
And the King's Landing people.
Yeah.
In case they ride again. She wants them safe, and also keep them safe from Stannis as well.
Yeah.
And then after that, Tyrion tells Bronn his plans to send more guards to escort Tommen to Rosby, I think he wants to send more guards. I didn't understand this either.
Wait, I think he wanted...
I remember reading this like a few times as well. I'm like, what is he doing? He's still going to Rosby. He's not changing that. It's just sending more guards to intercept them and then escort him?
Yes?
Rosby?
Because they talk about how Cersei is disguising Tommen to make him look like just some peasant boy or whatever. Leaving with like 1 night or something. But then I think Tyrion is like, no, he needs more protection than 1 night.
Yeah.
So he learns from Lancel about him being disguised. So then he goes to Bronn. He's like, look for Tommen in his disguise, which is as a page boy. And like, you're going to send these extra men with him to keep him safe.
I also remembered how you said that descriptions of plans means that it's not going to happen like that. You think it'll happen
which, like, do you think Tyrion's plan?
Tyrion just described his plans. Didn't he to Bronn?
How
he's gonna do this? Because all Bronn's job is to deliver this letter. Then he told Bronn what's in this letter, which was this. That he wants.
I don't know if I would put this on the same level as those other ones that I pointed out.
Why?
Because this one, I think it's more for the reader to just know that's what's happening. Like, because he's telling Bronn an order. He's not really explaining a plan. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because he's like, Bronn, I need you to go do this. He's not like, so this is what's going to happen.
But all Bronn's job is delivering the letter, though. I guess the order is for someone else to send more guards, though.
Yes?
Yeah.
I don't remember. It's been a minute since I read this chapter.
I'll continue.
But maybe. I mean, we'll see how it turns out.
Sure. Tyrion visits Shae, and she has company. A bard who calls himself Simon Silvertongue. But Tyrion sees through the disguise and calls him out. But he doesn't really say who he is, but I assumed he was Varys until later in this chapter. So I'm real confused with who the fuck this Simon Silvertongue is.
Wait, how does he call him out? Because I thought he was just a singer.
He says something about seeing through his disguise. And a great fool, what did you call me when I entered? Call, my Lord Hand, I said, an honor. Wiser man would pretended not to recognize me. Not that I would have been fooled, but you ought to have tried. What am I to do with you now? You know what my streets say. Swear to tell no one.
Yeah, so...
It seems like he knows who this person is.
No. That's, Okay, so Tyrion walks in, and then the singer's like, oh, my Lord Hand. So Tyrion's like, "Are you fucking stupid? Now I know you know who I am."
Oh,
So it's this singer who's recognizing Tyrion. And Tyrion's like, "You should have pretended to not know who I am because now I have to do something about you because you know about my
Shay.
secret Shay."
Okay. Okay, now I get it, because I was so confused.
Yeah, and then, the singer's all like, "Oh, I'll tell nobody, I promise."
Vanished. Yeah, he basically dismisses him.
Mhm. And
And then he and Shay have intimacies. Um, then Varys visits in the disguise of a stinky beggar, so stupid. Shay recognized him as Varys when Tyrion had not met
Ooh.
skills. Shay says that whores have to learn to see the man beyond how he looks, or she'll end up dead in a gutter. Very true.
Damn.
In harsh realities.
Yeah, yep. I love that Varys takes his disguises so seriously that he'll even change his smell.
Yeah, that's pretty badass.
Yeah, like that is the actual master of disguise.
That is. Varys informs Tyrion that Sir Courtney is dead and that Stannis had taken Storm's End.
Oh shit.
Tyrion is so pissed he throws his glass of wine against the wall. He had hoped that Sir Courtney would have distracted Stannis for at least half a year.
Huh.
Tyrion tells Shay that he wants to hide her in the castle in disguise as a scullion. Shay doesn't want to because she ran away from her father's house to escape from being his wench and also his whore. But ew.
Ew.
She's not taking the danger seriously, or maybe she doesn't understand why he's insisting that she should come to the castle. Because she just wants to stay in the house and be like, just give me more guards. And he's like, they're not trustworthy. Trust me.
Yeah. Because he's trying to. He wants to keep her safe because he knows Stannis is going to be on his way soon.
Yeah, and he's gonna probably trash the city if he takes it.
Yeah.
Trash the city? Or whatever.
Sack the city.
Yeah, sack the city. Yeah. She ends up mocking Tyrion, and he slaps her across the face. He feels remorse, and he opens up about his past and his marriage and what his father did. And then Shay agrees to come to the castle.
I don't know if I would agree that she actually mocked him. I think he just took it. He
I
took
think he was
it.
getting frustrated and that she wasn't taking him seriously and ended up losing his temper.
Yeah, because he. Sorry, I'm trying
It was
to
more
find
like teasing. It wasn't mocking. She was teasing. I think she was teasing him. Like, she was just joking. She wasn't taking what he was saying serious. And I think he got way too frustrated.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find where it is. Because his dad comes into it. So I'm trying to remember how Tywin came into it. Oh, yeah. She wants to be his wife. She wants to, like, be with him and not have to hide as a kitchen wench or whatever if she's going to come to the castle. But he's like, that can't happen. My father would never allow it. And she's like, what's he going to do? Like, treat you like some child or something? And that's what makes him slap her. Because of what Tywin has done to him in the past when he did get married. So I was pretty upset with him for slapping her for that.
Yeah, because she seemed pretty.
And she doesn't know.
Nope. You lose your temper. It's not very nice.
Yeah, she doesn't know. That's not acceptable. If she had known and said that, that would be kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
But she had no idea.
Yeah, I agree.
Anyway.
Yeah, she seemed pretty shocked after he tells her about his past.
With his
I think
wife.
She was probably shocked about I think she understood then that he actually has feelings for her. And that this wasn't and she found that pretty like, whoa. And that's probably why she agreed. Maybe?
Maybe.
So
that could have something to do with it.
All along she was just playing the part of a lady who loved him. Because of all the cash in the home and all of that.
Well, she knew that's what he was paying for, so...
Yeah. It's not what he first night he says, "Pretend you love me" or something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
So yeah, I guess she's pretty surprised.
So she's been playing the part.
Yeah, so Tyrion rides back to the castle with Varys, and he asks him to help get Shae in the kitchens. Varys advises against it, and suggests disguising her as a handmaid instead, because he doesn't think she'd do very well in the kitchens. Like, she'll definitely be raped and whatnot. Raped and molested.
Yeah, by, like, the cooks or whatever, and then also
the men in there.
They're, like, big gossipers in the kitchens, too, so he's like, they're gonna ask her a million questions about where she came from and who she is.
Yeah. He suggests working for Lady Tunda's daughter, Lolly, who has been a recluse ever since the mob took her.
Ooh.
And Varys even knows of a secret passageway that can sneak Shae to Tyrion's hand tower. Tower of the Hand.
Wow.
Tyrion asks what Varys thinks killed Sir Courtney, and he thinks that magic did it, and he thinks the same thing killed Renly.
Whoa.
Because how there is no, like, solid, like, he couldn't answer, like, who killed Renly.
Right.
Because there's so much rumors around it, he's suspecting that it was magic. Varys then tells Tyrion about how he was cut. His master sold him to some guy who cut off his dick and balls and summoned a god or a demon or something and to commune with, and ever since then he's hated magic, and if Stannis is using magic, he wants Stannis dead.
Damn.
Because he hates all magic users. They briefly wonder if Littlefinger is dead, and then Tyrion expresses the irony that the only person prepared to protect the city is the imp whom the city's small folk all hate. And that's that chapter.
What do you think this spell that the guy was doing with Varys' dick and balls?
I wonder if it was just like opening up a telephone line to this god.
Oh, I was wondering if it was some kind of fertility spell.
I don't know why a man would want that.
I don't know either. Because it's always the woman's fault.
Maybe it was an offering just to get the thing to come forth and commune.
But why a dick
Maybe
and balls?
he got a blessing? Source of life? Maybe that thing wanted that. That was a good sacrifice. Good enough gift.
Okay. Things are gonna get interesting once Shae gets into the castle. I can feel it.
Ooh. That's gonna be fun.
Sneaking her around. Trying to do some hanky-panky in the corners. That, it seems like a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
So, chapter 45 is Catelyn. Edmure is off to defend the Riverlands, but Cat still has her doubts about his plan. Brienne is with Cat when Edmure leaves. Cat had ordered her a bunch of lady clothes, but Brienne still wears her mail, leather, and sword.
Hit rude Cat, I think.
Yeah, like what the fuck? You really think Brienne wants to wear a fucking dress?
Like, use your freaking eyes. She clearly doesn't feel comfortable in lady clothes.
Yeah.
Stop forcing it.
Yeah. Edmure takes every able-bodied man with him, leaving behind only the wounded, the old, and the sick to defend Riverrun. Now Cat has to do her duty. She's always done her duty. In her betrothal to Brandon, in her marriage to Ned, even when he came home with a bastard. Sounds like she's kind of bitter about doing her duty. Also, what is her duty now? Just to wait?
Frick I know.
Wait and pray, I guess.
I guess it's to pray, because that's what she does.
Yeah. Cat heads to the Sept to pray for the safety of Edmure and Robb. She thinks about talking to the young Septon about what she witnessed at Renly's pavilion, but would have preferred to talk to the previous Septon, who is dead. She knows he would have listened. When Cat is done praying, she feels no wiser. She even considers going to the Godswood to pray to Ned's gods as well.
Oh, she should.
Outside, Rymond the Rhymer sings a song about Lord Daramond at the Bloody Meadow. I don't know who this is. Cat observes some young boys whacking each other with sticks and wonders why boys always want to play at war. Brienne comments that fighting is better than waiting. It's hard for people to hurt you when you're wearing armor. I don't know about that, Brienne, but okay. Kat says that knights die all the time in battle, but Brienne counters saying that ladies die in childbirth and no one sings songs about them.
Oh,
What is she getting at here, though? I don't really understand her point. But also, I have, like, slow brain right now. Small brain. Kat says that children are a battle of a different sort. Sometimes she wishes she could split herself into 5 so she could protect them all. Who are you protecting right now by waiting here?
Exactly.
Go the fuck home.
Yeah, Bran and Rickon need you.
Brienne wonders who would keep Kat safe, and she says the men of her house. Though while they are away, it will have to be Brienne. Okay, when has a man ever kept Kat safe?
Ned, I guess.
But when?
When they live together happily.
That's him keeping her safe?
I guess. Maybe her father kept her safe at one point.
Oh my god.
And she was a girl.
Later that day, Maester Vyman brings a letter from Lord Meadows, who names himself Castellan of Storm's End, and Kat learns of Courtney Penrose's death, how Storm's End is under the rule of Stannis now, and how the castle garrison have all sworn themselves to his cause. Kat grieves for Penrose's death, though she never met him, and she has the Maester send this news to Robb. Kat wonders about Robert's bastard, as the letter says nothing about him. She doesn't understand why Stannis wanted him so badly. Brienne thinks he might fear the boy's claim, but Kat doesn't think so. She asks what the boy looks like, and Brienne says he looks like Renly. So, now this is the part that I mentioned in the last episode, where Kat has a theory about why Stannis wants the boy.
Okay.
Which we will learn is wrong. So that makes Kat think that Stannis means to parade the boy around so people might see Robert in his face, since Renly looked like Robert and the boy looks like Renly. So that people will realize there's no such likeness in Joffrey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they'll see this boy and they'll know he's Robert's son, and they'll be like, why does Joffrey not look anything like that? So that's Kat's theory.
Okay.
Kat thinks about how her own children look more like Tully's than Stark's, except for maybe Arya, and Jon Snow, though he isn't hers. He wonders if Jon Snow's mother grieves for Ned, if she's even alive, and who she is. But Ned's secrets died with him. Kat starts thinking about men and their bastards, how Ned was always so protective of Jon, and how Penrose gave up his life for this Edric Storm. Yet, Roose Bolton's bastard had meant nothing to Bolton, judging from the letter they had received from him. Bolton had even seemed pleased to be rid of him. Lol. Sir Desmond Squire suddenly bursts into the room. Desmond, by the way, is the one left in charge of Riverrun in Edmure's absence.
Oh.
The Squire tells Kat that a column of armored men have been spotted approaching across the Red Fork. So Kat goes to the battlements and joins Sir Desmond. He assures her there's no need to worry, they are only a few outriders. Kat can see them in the distance. They head into the water, trying to cross, and a short battle ensues. A couple of the Lannisters are taken out, and the rest retreat. Desmond is pleased, but Kat thinks they will be back with more men. But Desmond... Sorry?
Did they seriously try to cross the river on horseback?
It's a shallow river.
Okay, but still a fucking river.
Yeah, like, the horse can't see where they're stepping, too. Like, they're
people.
Huh?
But wouldn't people know, even if this is shallow, like, this is still a fucking river?
Like, what are you worried about here? Like, what's the concern? Rushing water?
I just thought it was dumb as fuck that they would go into the river even if it was shallow.
Okay, what makes it dumb, though?
Because it's a river. It's a river.
And? Like, what's the concern?
They're, like, freaking loaded up in armor, and it's a river. It's gonna freaking grab them. It's gonna pull them. It's gonna take them.
Well, I think if it's shallow, it wouldn't be as much of a concern.
No.
But what I was thinking is dumb, is that if the horse can't see their feet, they're gonna be like slipping on rocks and shit and whatever's under.
Yeah, it's really scary. Like, I wouldn't. I'm not a horse person, but I wouldn't risk taking a horse into water. Freaking scary as fuck.
Yeah. So, Desmond is pleased, but Kat thinks they will be back with more men. But Desmond reminds her they are in a good place and again encourages her not to worry. That night, she is awakened by a serving girl who tells her there is activity at the river again. Kat gets up and climbs to the roof of the keep and sees a battle raging at the river. Their bowmen seem to be easily keeping the Lannisters at bay. There is another retreat, and it's another victory. As she heads back to her room, Kat asks Brienne for her thoughts. Brienne thinks Tywin is looking for a weak spot, and if he doesn't find one, he will make one. That's kind of badass. The next morning, Kat orders Utheridas Wayne to bring Cleos Frey some wine. She wants to question him and wants his tongue loosened. Not long after, a messenger arrives with news of another skirmish and another victory. The message also mentions Edmure's scorpions throwing stones at the Lannisters. I was like, what? Scorpions throw stones? Like a catapult? I thought they were like huge crossbows.
Yeah, I guess not.
What the fuck is a scorpion then?
No, I'm confused.
Oh my god.
Maybe it is one of those.
A catapult?
Yeah.
Oh jeez. Here we go.
If you're going, it's not gonna bring you anything.
Game of Thrones. Scorpion. Scorpions are long-range artillery weapons resembling mounted large crossbows. What the fuck? A smaller, more portable variation of a ballista? Wait, what's a ballista? Ballista. An ancient military siege engine in the form of a crossbow. The heck? I guess maybe just... Oh! I see. So they're launching stones instead of bolts. That's all it is. But it is like a crossbow.
Okay.
Gotcha. Alright. So, Kat is left thinking that Edmure is wiser than she thought. That evening, she goes to Cleos Frey and asks him for the peace terms he was sent back with. He tells her, and the terms are ridiculous. Except that they could exchange Jaime for Sansa and Arya. She knows Robb would never consent, though. She asks Frey if he saw the girls, and he tells her he saw Sansa. He didn't see Arya, but that could mean anything. She could be locked away for causing trouble, or she could be dead. Kat also notices that Cleos says these are Tyrion's terms, despite Cersei being the Queen Regent. Cleos says Tyrion spoke for both of them because the Queen was indisposed. Kat thinks that Tyrion is too clever. She wonders if she can trust his word about trading Jaime for the girls. She reminds herself of his dagger in the hands of the assassin that tried to kill Bran, and tells herself he can't be trusted. During supper in the Great Hall, Rymond the Rhymer sings about Robb's victory at Oxcross, which includes some lyrics about the direwolves, and by the end half the hall is howling like wolves. That's Stark pride. Brienne comments that there was always a singer at Evenfall Hall when she was a girl, and she knew all the songs. Kat asks if she sang for her father, or Renly, but Brienne blushes and says no. Kat wants Brienne to sing for her one day, but Brienne says she has no talent and asks to leave, which Kat allows. Aww! What is this about? I wonder if that just being reminded of Renly's death is upsetting? Or is there something else?
I wonder if she's just shy.
Yeah, but it seems
the idea of singing.
But she seems like really bothered.
Yeah.
3 days later, the attack by Tywin that Brienne predicted happens. 2 days after, Kat hears of it. Edmure's... takes a while for the message to get to her, I guess. Edmure's letter tells her it's another victory. Lord Tywin had tried to force a crossing at a dozen different rivers, but every one had been thrown back. Sir Gregor Clegane had led the assault at Stone Mill, but they too had been beaten, and Clegane himself was injured. Edmure says Tywin is now marching southeast. The castle celebrates that night, yet Kat can't share in their happiness. She checks a map of the Riverlands and looks to where Tywin might be going. She decides he's likely reached the headwaters of the Blackwater Rush by now. I checked the map, and it looks like this would be about halfway between Riverrun and King's Landing.
Okay.
but I'm not really sure what the significance of that is. I don't know if Kat knows either, but for some reason she's like uneasy. Um, she doesn't understand. They seem to be winning, so why is she still so afraid? Yeah, it feels like something more is happening here.
Yeah.
Just something feels off.
What? Yeah,
Like it was way too easy.
it was. I
Way
couldn't
too
imagine Edmure winning battles against Lannister armies. Especially Sir Gregor. What on earth?
Yeah, and with Tywin as the brains,
Uh-huh.
something's not right here.
What is going on?
Yeah, I am not buying it. Maybe these were all a distraction,
Oh.
and Tywin is busting in from somewhere else. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know. Or maybe he's just trying to hold the Riverland people at Riverrun so he can go fuck around somewhere else without them bothering him. Do you know what I mean?
I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know
What
what
you
else he
said.
would be doing. So,
Yeah.
because he's trying to force all these crossings,
Uh-huh.
but he keeps retreating, except for the one big one.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
so I thought maybe he's just trying to hold them there at Riverrun for some reason.
Possibly.
Hmm.
Maybe even testing their forces?
Yeah, but it seems like that's what everyone's already saying, like Brienne. She's like,
Yeah.
he's just looking for a weak spot. But yeah, I don't know if I buy that. Something just
Yeah.
feels really off to me.
Yeah, he's being a sneak.
Yeah. Well, I guess we will see. And we should probably end it there. Because we are way over an hour again. All right. Any final thoughts, Jess?
I'm tired as fuck.
Yeah, this was a long recording session.
Uh-huh.
And we talked about some, yeah, we talked about some deep shit.
Yeah.
Dreams.
Long ass tangents.
Huh?
Long ass tangents.
Yeah. Your mic is acting up.
The mic. Yeah, I can hear.
It's like,
On your end.
it sounds like you're glitching.
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. Well, let's end this then. Thank you so much for listening. If you want more of the podcast, please follow us on Instagram. You can follow the podcast at Tigbab Podcast, or you can follow us separately. My handle is Crimby. Jess's is just.egan24. You can also find us on Facebook. Just search Tigbab Podcast or Tea is Good, Books Are Better, and we should pop up there. Also, please subscribe to our good friend Baram Barami on YouTube. He's the one who made our jingle that you heard at the start of this episode, and he's really dope and makes cool stuff, so give him a like and a subscribe. Also, you can check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Tea is Good, Books Are Better. We have a few different tiers on there with fun rewards, so if you contribute, you will get something in return. You will also be helping us out immensely, and we'd be very appreciative, but we also just appreciate you listening. And please don't forget to share the podcast with your family and your friends. We will see you next time, when hopefully our microphones are working again.
Maybe I'll have my new headset.
Hopefully. All right, bye-bye.